All right, thank you for joining us. My name is Lillian Bentley, and I'm an assistant editor for the Science Educator NSELA's Education Research Journal. I'm here to introduce some of our fine authors and provide a little preview of their articles. Today, I'm interviewing two of our authors from our newest journal. They have just published an article called Scaling Professional Development, the Integrity of Implementation as a Measurement Approach. So can I turn to you ladies and ask you to introduce yourselves? Please share your name, affiliation, background, and your research interests.
Sure. Hi, I'm Lori Rubino Hare. I am a research associate at Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, Arizona. I'm a former middle school teacher, and I'm interested in designing and learning more about high quality professional learning for educators in general, not just formal classroom teachers. And I'm particularly interested in supporting the use of data in science instruction.
My name is Nina Bloom. I'm an assistant director here at the Center for Science Teaching and Learning at Northern Arizona University, and I'm a researcher and evaluator. And I am also interested in studying environments which support fabulous science teaching and professional development, professional learning.
Thank you so much. Can you share a little bit about your article?
Sure. This article was a result of our work on the Power of Data project, which is a professional learning program that supports teachers to enhance existing lessons through using GIS, Geographic Information Systems, and a process of geospatial inquiry. So geospatial inquiry is a process of asking and answering a question through the analysis and communication of data that are linked to a geographic location on Earth. And most frequently, these data are visualized using maps, so online mapping software. The program was scaled nationally via a professional, facilitator development model. And so during facilitation academies, the would-be facilitators, they experienced the professional learning that they would be enacting with the teachers in their local contexts. And we measured the implementation of the professional learning using an integrity of implementation model. To examine, to do this, we examined whether the components of the innovation were present in the teacher workshops delivered by the facilitators, in what doses those were present, and we also examined the quality with which they were delivered.
Can you describe a little bit the difference between the integrity of implementation and what we typically see, like the fidelity of implementation?
Sure. So fidelity implies the implementation of an innovation as intended by the program developers. But when we developed this program, we expected modifications to it because we wanted the program to be taken to scale, and we wanted to support productive shifts, and we wanted it to be sustainable. So we identified the key components and principles that led to the program's success. And when we were working with the facilitators to implement the program, we emphasized that the changes could be made as long as the principles were intact. So, for example, for geospatial inquiry, the context was Earth and environmental science, but it could be modified as long as teachers were provided opportunities to examine geospatial data for a specific purpose, using GIS as a tool to explore the patterns and relationships in the data, to critically analyze and interpret the data, and to creatively select and display data as evidence to support or refute a claim. And we wanted to make sure that they gave teachers an opportunity to complete one full cycle of geospatial inquiry as an adult learner. Nina, did you want to add anything?
I just wanted to add that having an IOI, integrity of implementation measure, has allowed us to not only identify what educators are actually implementing in their professional learning, but also a little bit of helps us understand why they are implementing these different things, which in turn then can help us develop better professional learning and facilitator models.
sounds sort of like an iterative process, right? Where you are kind of, seeing how the teachers are implementing it and then maybe shifting the model a bit as you do the professional development. Very cool. What are some takeaways from your study?
Well, you kind of summed it up already, right? This idea of we can look at what's happening, better understand how the model's being shifted and evolving in the hands of capable others, and determine, is this professional learning model effective, and what are those key pieces that make it effective?
Where are you guys headed with your research next?
So we did publish a paper about the impacts of professional learning on the teachers and how they implemented their lessons. And we have one in review that examined the effects of the lessons on the student interest in STEM careers. So we're excited about that. And then we're going to be applying the lessons that we learned through this program and study to the design of new professional learning that supports educators to teach with data and studying the difficulties that are associated with bringing data into science classrooms.
We're also studying what is happening in informal spaces. This study was about formal classroom spaces, but also how can we support educators who are teaching in informal spaces as well.
Very exciting. Good. So it sounds like we'll get to see some more research coming from this professional development. Is there anything you guys want to add before we close?
I don't think so, but we're just excited to have our work out there in Science Educator.
And excited to talk with you today.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Well, I encourage everyone to check out their article on NSELA's website, and we'll see you guys soon.